A man takes on his first job as a caregiver. While feeding his boss, he keeps staring at the sexy secretary, causing him to miss the boss's mouth entirely and smear food on his glasses instead. Yet despite such incompetence, the boss not only refuses to fire him but offers him a generous salary to stay. The man is a petty criminal fresh out of prison. The boss is a paralyzed billionaire. Two men with completely opposite fates eventually become lifelong friends. A few days earlier, when the boss was hiring a caregiver, the applicants were either graduates from prestigious universities or professionals with solid nursing credentials. But among those waiting sat a man who was completely different. He verbally cut in lines, left his application letter on the desk, and stated bluntly that he was only there to collect rejection signatures. As long as he got rejected 3 times, he could claim his unemployment benefits from the government. The boss had never encountered such shamelessness. Out of curiosity, he asked, "Don't you have any other aspirations in life?" The man glanced at the secretary and replied, "Now that's what I call good taste." The boss smiled knowingly, but the man suddenly stood up, saying he needed to rush to his next interview, and demanded the boss sign the rejection letter immediately. Intrigued by this interesting character, the boss told him to come back tomorrow for the signature. The newly released man was penniless and had to spend the night outside with a friend. At daybreak, he went to collect his rejection letter. When he arrived at the boss's mansion, the butler received him and gave him a tour of the entire estate. Following the boss's instruction, the butler arranged a private room for him, seeing the luxurious bathroom. The man was stunned. This was something he'd only dreamed of having. The boss had the document ready as promised, but as he was about to leave, he attempted to persuade the man to stay. The boss claimed the man wouldn't last a week taking care of him. The man's face flushed with anger. Determined to prove him wrong, he decided to stay and give it a try. During the trial period, the man constantly slacked off. Once, so absorbed in his music, he forgot the boss was paralyzed and told him to answer the phone himself. When going out, protocol dictated the boss should ride in a disabled minus accessible vehicle, but the man's eyes were drawn to the sports car parked nearby. Driving the sports car for the first time, the man let out excited shout. The boss wore a broad smile to this was his first time in a sports car since becoming paralyzed. The man hit the gas and drifted up to the gate, only to find a car blocking the entrance. The boss mentioned the neighbor had been doing this for ages and everyone was used to it, but the man wasn't used to it. This was his first time driving a sports car. How could he let someone ruin his mood? He pinned the neighbor against the wall and made him read the no minus parking sign. The two then visited an art gallery. The boss stared at a painting on the wall for over an hour. The man couldn't understand how paint splattered on paper could be considered art. A staff member mentioned the painting was worth 40 zirith. Without hesitation, the boss spotted. After the purchase, an old friend met with the boss. The butler had found some suspicious items in the man's bag, and the friend, already prejudiced against the man, had him secretly investigated. He discovered the man had served 6 months for robbing a jewelry store. He warned the boss to stay away from such people, but the boss remained completely calm after hearing this, because he didn't care about the man's past. The boss was tired of being wrapped in pity. True care was never about feeling sorry for someone, it was about respect. The man's lack of sympathy gave the boss exactly what he needed: the right to be treated as a normal person, and the courage to embrace life again.